Orange County. I don't think I'm the most beautiful girl here. Like I'm so funny and retarded, dorky girl.
You've never done any modeling? Oh.
And I just hope that they see some potential in me.
No. Stop right there. More like an assertive walk, okay?
I wanted to slap myself when I saw that all the other girls had high heels with them, and I don't. I just wasn't thinking.
Amanda didn't have shoes, so I let her borrow my shoes.
I gotta wear shoes that were 1.5 sizes too small. My walk's very uneven and kind of swayed to and fro.
Okay.
Right now, I need to do something that makes my confidence higher.
Amanda forgot her shoes, so she needed to run to the store. And of course, we all wanted to go. We wanted to look at shoes. And so Amanda went, Eva went, I went, Takara went, and Cassie went.
7.5, tall stiletto, bright color.
I love shoes.
It was only 15 minutes before our next go-see. This is a competition, and so not all of us were running around. I understand if one person needs to get a pair of shoes, but the fact that it turned into a field trip, I was not happy.
Climbing up. We had 15 minutes, and I think we were there a little longer.
Where's the car?
Our vehicles have left.
Ow.
Gone.
Hi.
Gone. It's gone.
Ow.
It's gone, and we don't know where our next go-see is.
We went back up to Nicole Miller.
There are thousands of soldiers waiting for me to deliver supplies and weapons.
You really think you're the guy to step into this? How badly does the director want this
Yeah.
movie funded? You do everything like we said. You walk in and out like you own the place.
Una traición como esta que ha sido en mi casa.
We could just wait around for him to kill us.
I ain't got that bag.
Nothing.
Well, I guess you ain't no one-hit wonder after all this shit.
Take that fucking bag back.
I don't get Labubu. You don't have to keep. Yeah, you don't have to ask it twice. I don't understand why people do that. Thank you. Hold on.
I would definitely tell little me that not everything you see on TV is a reality.
HBO put us in the living room of America with Cat House.
The Bunny Ranch bills itself as one of Nevada's most upscale brothels, and the program shows the inner workings of the business behind the brothel.
Cat House was one of the most watched HBO documentaries in the history of the network.
At first, I thought it was a sequel to the Cat in the Hat movie. I was not even close.
Prostitutes on TV. Who thought that was gonna sell? Dennis did.
It's just sex. Relax. It's just sex.
We felt like we were stars.
Joining us now live is the owner of the Bunny Ranch himself, the legendary Dennis Hoff.
Dennis changed the system. Dennis made it a business. He made the women business women.
It's not going away. Sex for sale is here to stay.
He was a marketing media genius. But Dennis Hoff's legacy is extremely mixed.
Look, Dennis's world was fine.
Thought of us. He thought of us as objects that he owned. He made, and I was scared. But HBO wanted to sell a show. They just didn't want to show the ugly side of it.
I really had no idea that people were being drawn in by the show itself.
Women watched Cat House as young girls, 11, 12
I've
years
never
old,
watched
and then
Cat
decided
House. I don't
that
know
they
what that
wanted
is.
to go to that place.
Chrissy is the reason why you use parental controls on your TV, because at 15, she was watching Cat House, and here we are.
They made it seem so fun on the show, and what was really happening was force, rape, coercion, murder, abuse, overdose, control.
If someone had told me, I would have said no.
Is this something that we want to beam into homes?
The place was about lying. It was all lies.
It's important for us to hold HBO accountable.
It's kind of hard to say it was a documentary when you have a pimp directing scenes in his own brothel.
I don't know what. I like cats.
In 2003, a tornado hit my house, and I had just gotten a divorce. And when you have young children to take care of, I decided to go and work at the Bunny Ranch. I did what I had to do, and that decision altered my life completely. I'm Shelly. I was a working girl at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch in Nevada, owned by Dennis Hoff. I heard about the Moonlight Bunny Ranch from a talk show.
Tucked away in a dusty corner of the Nevada desert, the world-famous Bunny Ranch is a legal brothel where a man can hire a prostitute to satisfy almost any desire.
I remember seeing Dennis Hoff.
Men come to the ranch to do things that their wives can't or won't do. We can fulfill almost any fantasy at the Bunny Ranch. It has to be safe, and most of all, it has to be fun.
I think Air Force Amy was on the talk show with Dennis.
Air Force Amy.
I orgasm for a living at the Bunny Ranch.
And I was astounded. I had no idea that prostitution was legal anywhere in the United States. And so I sent an email with a picture of myself to the Moonlight Bunny Ranch, and Dennis Hoff himself called me back within 2 hours and said, I want you out here. I flew out to Nevada. I was picked up by Dennis Hoff at the airport.
I'm waiting for my
And Dennis
food.
told me that HBO was doing a show. He wanted me to do that. He walked me in, and there were cameramen there filming for the HBO show. Dennis took me out to the bungalow behind the building and wanted sex. And I had just met this man. I had flown there to work. He was the boss, he was the owner, and he wanted to have sex the very first day I got there, and he didn't want to wear a condom. So I was absolutely horrified. That was my first day at the ranch. I saw the ugly side of Dennis. But the world on Cat House only saw the fun side of him.
Let's have a toast here. Here's a toast to the best family, the Bunny Ranch family.
Because they didn't know the real Dennis. Dennis was all about being violent.
Dennis Hoff was actually born in Phoenix, Arizona in 1946. His parents were immigrants, and they came to America for a better place. So Dennis Hoff actually grew up with very little money. And Dennis resented that, which made him want to be more of a successful individual. He started by sweeping the gas station floor and then ended up buying a gas station. After that, he decided to get into timeshare sales.
Dennis sold timeshares before he owned the Bunny Ranch, and he used to always say that he was still selling timeshares. It was just a triangular shaped piece of land. Pretty terrible to say, but it was true. He was still selling timeshares. Just it happened to be women.
Where the hell is my
Dennis and
food?
his
Why are you taking so
father
long to go to
decide
McDonald's? I
travel
just ordered
cross-country.
McDonald's.
And as they go through Reno, Dennis finds out about these brothels. He fell in love with the idea of
what the fuck?
that type of business.
I got McDonald's.
The rest is history.
Before Dennis, the prostitution industry was kind of like in the shadows for decades.
Leave me alone. Go away. Don't come on my live.
I'm the
Because
new
y'all
breed of
just
brothel.
leave and leave
I'm
me.
a straight guy.
Just go
I
away.
pay my taxes. I do the right things. I come from a business background. I'm educated. That's the new breed of brothel owner. The old school is over.
Hello, I'm Air Force Amy. I'm the most celebrated courtesan of modern times.
Air Force Amy interview, take one, Margaret.
I worked for Dennis Hoff and helped put the famous Moonlight Bunny Ranch on the map. I left home at a very, very early age, and I started hitchhiking around the country. I learned real early how to be resourceful. And I learned also that sex was a commodity. So my first 10 years in the industry, most of the brothels were really, really bad. The last place I worked had one window in the whole place that big, okay? On weekends, they would lock up the payphones because they didn't want you calling home and talking to me and getting upset and leaving. It was awful. We used to call it prison. So when I first got to the Bunny Ranch, I just got catapulted into the 20th century. And everything was upbeat, upbeat, upbeat.
But they can't put up an ad in the newspaper. So Dennis was very savvy. He used the media. Oh, I can't put an ad up? Great, I'll go on CNN and talk about it. Dennis Hoff.
Why would you want to work for a brothel?
It's just a stroke of genius right there. And who would have ever thought, who had the balls to put prostitutes on TV? Who thought that was going to sell?
After the airline sticks it to you,
I pray she got sweet and sour sauce in this damn bag.